Desire is sometimes healthy. Desire is sometimes healthy. Desire is sometimes unhealthy. Desire might say, I want the tallest building in town. Are you ambitious enough to realize these dreams? Are your dreams strong enough to pull you towards your future? Are they vivid enough to see the end result? Are they worthy of doing until you get there? What are your reasons for creating these dreams? Reasons vary from person to person. I bet if you did a little soul searching, you could come up with a fairly strong list of reasons why it's so important to achieve these dreams. What are you trying to express? These reasons for accomplishing great things are different for everybody. There are personal reasons, sometimes uniquely personal reasons. Some people do well for the recognition. Some people do well because of the way it makes them feel. They love the feeling of being a winner. Family is another reason, a motivator for doing well. Some people do extremely well because of other people, and that's a powerful reason. Sometimes we will do something for someone else that we would not do for ourselves. How fortunate are the people who find themselves greatly affected by someone else? But what does that really mean? Well, let's start with the word eager. We can be eager to see a ball game, eager to see a ball game, eager to see our kids in a dance recital, eager to see an old friend, eager to shop for a new car. Eager sounds like a lot of fun. But do you ever hear people say they are eager to live a better life, eager to have a better family, eager to make a lot of money? Probably not. And that's a problem because, as I see it, living a better life, having a better family, and making a lot of money takes an eager desire. We have the remarkable ability to get exactly what we must have, but there is a difference between wishes and desires. Even though we may wish we could breathe a little easier in our clothing, we have to have the desire to exercise a little more and eat a little less. The I wish I could lose weight has to become, I have the eager desire to lose weight. The backbone of an eager desire to change is discipline. True ambition is disciplined, eager desire. Ambition is a minute by minute, day by day mentality. To have the ambition to work towards a better family life, a newer car, a bigger house, a financially secure future, you have to live it every moment. If living a successful life was easy, I'm sure more people would be successful. If just being ambitious was enough, I'm sure all of the broken and perplexed people in the world wouldn't be broke and perplexed. While most people spend most of their lives struggling to earn a living, a much smaller number seem to have everything going their way. Instead of just earning a living, the smaller group is busily working at building and enjoying a fortune. What's the major difference between the little group with so much and the larger group with so little? None has as much potential power for doing good as the ability to dream. Dreams are a projection of the kind of life we want to lead. Dreams can drive you, dreams can bribe you, dreams can make you skip over obstacles. When we allow our dreams to pull us, they unleash a creative force that can overpower everything in our way. To unleash this power, though, your dreams must be well defined. A fuzzy future has little pull power. Well, defined dreams are not fuzzy wishes. Wishes are fuzzy. To really achieve your dreams, to really have your future plans pull you, your dreams must be vivid. If you've ever hiked a 14,000-foot peak in the Rocky Mountains, one thought has surely come to mind. How did the settlers of this country do it? These people had dreams, big ones. They had ambition. They didn't focus on the hardship of getting up the mountain. Their dreams were stronger than the obstacles in their way. You've got to be a dreamer. You've got to be a dreamer. You've got to see the future finished in advance. You've got to see California while you're climbing 14,000-foot peaks. You've got to see the finish line while you're running the race. You've got to hear the cheers when you're in the middle of a monster project, and you've got to be willing to put yourself through the paces of doing the uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable, because that's how you realize your dreams. Ben Franklin gave us 3 principles of success and ambition that have withstood the test of time. Number 1, happiness doesn't come from big pieces of great success, but from small advantages hammered out day by day. It means that you've got to enjoy the journey. It means that you must enjoy and take pride in your little accomplishments. It means enjoying who you are, becoming in pursuit of your eager desire every day, every single day. Ben Franklin's second principle said that life is plastic. Within each of us is the power to mold ourselves and mold our environment. It is up to each of us to begin this molding process with a final product in mind, and it is within our power to work it and form it every minute, every day, every month, every year. By using your mind, your abilities, and your attitude to work a little each day on molding your life, you'll soon see how magnificent your power is to gain those small advantages each day, the little steps it takes to build up to success. Principle number 3, success is a pleasure. If what you are doing today isn't satisfying and gratifying, guess what? You're really not successful. If you are not fulfilled with what you are doing today, you cannot possibly be successful. It doesn't matter how many worldly possessions you may have, how many cars, how many toys, how much money. If you're not happy with your life as it is, you cannot be successful. Now, I know that success is a relative term. It means different things to different people. But the one thing you will hear from everyone who is successful is that they are happy with who they are and what they are doing. They are happy, content, satisfied. Success is a pleasure. What have you done today that makes this day successful? Think about it and write it down. If at the end of the day you can jot down the things that have made it a good day, you will soon see patterns. For me, this really is a good habit to get into. When you can see a pattern of pleasure, you'll know you're on the road to success. This is the key one. Success is measured through pleasure. You've got to be happy along the way. You've got to be happy along the way. You've got to learn to give yourself a pat on the back, a good job. You need to tell yourself, I'm proud of me today. You've got to be happy. You've got to learn to enjoy the process. Success is a combination of 2 things. Number 1, an inner ideal which is followed persistently with courage, defining a goal and having the resolve to complete it no matter what. I'll do it or die. Promise yourself you'll read the books until your skills change. Go to the seminars until you get a handle on it. Do it until it makes sense. Practice it until you've got it right. Don't give up until you get where you want to be, however long that is. Step by step, piece by piece, book by book, seminar by seminar. Do it until. Go for it until is a very important word. It's magic. It means that you'll never give up. Don't miss the chance to grow to pay the price. Until you learn, change, grow, you'll discover some of life's great treasures when you pay that price. Going for it, as long as you're working toward your inner goal, your dream, then success is possible. But once you give up your inner vision, then you can never become successful. You never will become successful. You never will become successful until doesn't even matter now. Maybe the person who's been working on a project for 10 years can be successful in his own right if he's honestly working toward it, doing everything toward it, doing everything to make himself worthy of reaching the dream, really happy with where he is, doing it until then maybe he is a success. It's a personal thing, going for it one step at a time, going for small accomplishments along the way for however long it takes. What outside evidence or results or proof can be seen when you accomplish your goals one step at a time? You'll start to see things change around you, little things, not major things, but little everyday things. You may not even notice unless you are paying attention. You see, you can't change what's going on around you without first changing what's going on around you without first changing what's going on within you. Start changing how you look at mornings, and sure enough, people will start changing how they look at you. When you start changing how you think, how you act, how you treat others, how you treat yourself, when you start responding instead of reacting to life, life will start responding to life. Life will start responding to you. So you ask yourself, what small changes can I start making today?
Wow. You can start in your car on your way to work.
If you're sitting on the highway and stop and go traffic, moving at about 15 miles per hour tops, look at the guy or the lady sitting next to you and give them a smile, a thumbs up, or even wave. Now, some people might think you're a little strange, but hey, you'll feel better. And tomorrow, when you get into the office, how about a big cheery hello to the people at the front desk and everyone you see on the way to your office? And when you get home tonight, how about giving your wife or husband and kids big hugs instead of collapsing on the sofa? When you start with the little things that make others happy, improve their day, you'll find that these little things add up to big ones. So what happens when you start taking charge of your own personal happiness, your own life? Do you think that these little things will somehow make a difference in meeting your goals? You bet they will. You can't do it alone. You can't be successful by yourself. It's hard to find a rich hermit. You know, the ambitious person realizes that each of us needs all of us. After all, without your support team, you probably wouldn't be where you are today. You can't be successful by yourself. So thank them. Thank those around you and let them know just how important they are to you, be it your office personnel or your family or your friends. Thank you sure goes a long way. You don't have to worry about what other people will say. You just have to keep your mind on your course. Those winds may blow fast and furious, but if you know your path, if you know where you're going, they will help push you toward the dreams and goals and treasures that you have already decided you're going after. Your goals will push you forward ahead of the stormy weather. There are some amazing people around that we can learn from today. People who have already braved the storms and come out on top. People who are still alive today. People who started with nothing and ended up with something great. Famous people, not so famous people, maybe even people you know but don't know their stories. People who had an early vision and ambition. People who turned their focused dreams into the reality of success. Stories of success are all around us, everywhere. Take the time to talk to these people or read their stories. You might learn something. You might find out that they have already traveled the path you are now on. When you get up tomorrow morning and are standing in front of the mirror getting ready for the day, remind yourself that you are somebody, that you are important, and that you can make the changes that will move you closer to your ideal future. Listening to the stories of others can be motivating, captivating. They can provide that extra push you've been looking for. They can demonstrate what the power of ambition is truly all about. They've been there. Their knowledge is valuable. And when you use that knowledge and motivation to take action, you'll gain momentum. Eventually, you will find that the key to motivation, true motivation, is right there inside you. You won't have to look elsewhere to get pumped up, turned on, charged up. With the right knowledge behind you, you will learn how to motivate yourself. With the right knowledge, you will find yourself becoming inspired on your own. Number one, develop the habit of daily goal setting and goal orientation. Get yourself a spiral notebook, like a school notebook, to write your goals in and resolve to keep it nearby for the rest of your life. Each morning before you start out, open your spiral notebook and start a new page without referring to the old page, and always begin with the words, "My goals are the following, colon." You then write down your top 10 to 15 goals in the present tense, as though you have already achieved them. For example, instead of writing a goal such as "I'm going to lose weight in the months ahead," you would write, "I weigh X number of pounds by a certain date." Instead of saying, "I will earn more money over the next year," you would say, "I earn X number of dollars by such and such a date." The earn X number of dollars by such and such a date. The more specific you can be in terms of what you want and when you want to achieve it, expressed in the positive present tense and beginning with the word "I," the more powerful the effect will be on your subconscious mind. Positive personal present tense goals, written down and repeated each day. Activate your subconscious and superconscious minds and step on the accelerator of your potential. As a result, you start to move more rapidly toward the achievement of your goals, and they begin to move rapidly toward you. This is the process used by the world's successful men and women. Think about your goal as often as you can. Get a mental image of it as having already been accomplished. But be sure to be absolutely specific. Don't generalize. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. It means that any person regularly engaged in achieving something which he considers worthy of him is successful. At the same time, it also means that any person not so engaged must be defined as not successful. A failure, at least temporarily. At least temporarily. Of all the people you pass on the street, only about 5 out of 100 can tell you what they're working toward. The rest are just drifting alone, hoping something good will happen to them, or at least that nothing too bad will, letting circumstances and economic winds blow them this way and that. What you think about from this point onward, if your thinking is circular and chaotic, your life will reflect that chaos. But if your thinking is orderly and clear, if you have a goal that's important for you to reach, then reach it you will. That's why establishing a goal is vital to success. By thinking every morning, every night, and as many times during the day as we can about the single goal we've established for ourselves, we actually begin moving toward it and bringing it toward us. Force your goal into your subconscious mind. See yourself as having attained it. Do this without fail every day, and it will become a habit that will lead you from one success to another all the days of your life. For this is the secret of success, the door to everything you will ever have or be. Second of all, become people-oriented. Recognize that everything that you achieve in life is going to be with the help or support or cooperation of other people. People have everything we want. If all the people in this country gave you a nickel, you'd have $10 million. The people have everything you want. Here's what's important to understand. People are where the fortune is. In fact, you could just interchange the two words, fortune and people. Another habit that you can establish is to be results-oriented. There are always 100 things that you can do, but the ability to set priorities is one of the most important of all skills that we have as adults. And this is important. Many people focus and concentrate on things that are not that important. Imagine with your workload. Imagine you could only do one task before you were called out of town for a month. Here's a great discovery, and I've worked on this extensively. Success is the ability to solve problems between you and any goal you have, especially a financial goal. The only thing that stands between you and your goals is problems. Your ability to remove the obstacles that hold you back from achieving your financial goals is the critical skill of all. And what is the most important thing that solving problems requires? Thinking, defining the problems clearly, defining the solutions clearly, picking the most important solution to the most important problem, and taking action on it and working on it, expecting it not to work a few times until you finally break through. One of my favorite stories, which you're familiar with, is Thomas Edison working on the electric light bulb. The story is very interesting, and it goes back for years. But the bottom line is, after conducting 5,000 experiments, and these were mentioned in the newspapers, a journalist came to him and said, "Mr. Edison, why do you persist in trying to invent an electric light bulb when everybody knows that man was meant to light their way through life with kerosene lanterns? You failed 5,000 times. Is that a good use of resources?" His answer was this: "Young man, you don't understand the world the way the world works. I have not failed at all. I have successfully identified 5,000 ways that will not work, which puts me just 5,000 ways closer to the electric light bulb. And I will have the electric light bulb." It was experiment 11,332 or something like that, where the filament lasted and the light bulb burned all night, and it changed the world. He said, there's no question, all of success is simply taking away all the ways that don't work until the only way that's left is the way that will. And that's very important for us to realize. Every time you make a mistake, you say, hey, that's progress. That's one more way that doesn't work. Another habit you can have is to stay health-oriented. Take care of yourself. Get involved in some form of disciplined exercise. Keeping fit and feeling good has a positive effect on your attitude, not just your appearance. Even if you're not into sports, there are some cassette programs and books on how to stay in excellent shape in only 20 to 30 minutes a day. Physical fitness pays great dividends in terms of your energy level, your ability to live a long, healthy life, and your general sense of well-being. When you feel good about yourself, other people will feel good about you too. Appearance, vigor, vitality, and well-being have a lot to do with how your life works out. The final habit is that of self-discipline. And the best definition of self-discipline is that self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what you should do when you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. It's when you don't feel like it and you do it anyway that you eventually develop the self-discipline that makes everything else possible. We all must suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. What we suggest to everybody is to consider the disciplines, because disciplines weigh ounces. Regrets weigh tons. You don't want to substitute a discipline for a regret. That would be a poor choice. Now you can do it, but some things are poor trade-offs. What you must understand is, discipline is a most incredible creative force. Discipline builds a career. Discipline develops good health. Discipline forms the most incredible marriage. Discipline puts together a friendship that won't quit forever. Discipline develops skills that can be magnified. Touch the world. The disciplines are the open door to the creative process to turn nothing into something and to turn imagination into reality. Here's what you must learn to do. Appreciate the disciplines and welcome the disciplines and welcome the disciplines. The key to development is to be all that you can possibly be. Even as I look at my own life, I'm tempted to procrastinate, just like everybody else. You know, I should have written 30 books by now. I've only written 4 or 5. I should have done a lot of things, but I haven't. I got distracted. All of us have these challenges. But what could I become? What could I become? What could I become? Here's what life is all about, to become all that we can possibly be. The second is the wise use of all your resources. That's what life is all about. As far as you can see, then you can see some more, and walk as far as you can see, and then you can see some more, and walk as far as you can see, and then you can see some more. So what you've picked up here, just do it as far as you can see it. And I promise you, if you execute as far as you can see it, you'll be able to see more